In the small working-class town of Plainville, Connecticut, Kyle Fasold was known as a good guy. The married father of two volunteered with the local youth swim program and at the senior center, and his family's annual lemonade stand generated tens of thousands of dollars for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Fasold competed in triathlons. He had a great career in sales, and his 2,000-square-foot four-bedroom home had a perfect lawn. There wasn't much to dislike about him, it would appear. That is, until March 6, 2020, the day Kyle Fasold was taken into custody. U.S. Attorney Nancy V. Gifford would say, while Fasold presented himself as an upstanding member of the community. For at least 3 years, he had made secret video recordings of young, local girls and others for, quote, his own fantasies and fetishes. Welcome to wicked Connecticut. And people in the central Connecticut town of Plainville began hearing that 49-year-old Kyle Fasold had been arrested. Certainly many figured it couldn't be anything too serious. Maybe he had a couple drinks and got behind the wheel, or cheated on his taxes, something along those lines. Well, those folks were about to be floored. Federal investigators discovered that Fasold had recorded girls both at his home and at Plainville High School, where the youth swim program he worked with is based. Fasold placed video recording devices in locations where he knew minors would be in states of undress, such as bathrooms and changing rooms. Court papers say as many as 33 individuals were notified they had been exploited. And as if the voyeurism wasn't bad enough, investigators found that Fasold shared images of his young victims online. The investigation into Kyle Fasold was sparked in the shadows of the internet, on the dark web, where most anything can be obtained: contract killers, drugs, weapons. Law enforcement keeps tabs on the seedy corner of the internet, and there, investigators found naked images of children containing GPS coordinates linked to Fasold's home. Authorities discovered some of his dark web communications as well, including one in which Fasold typed out, 12 and over is my bag, or a budding 10-year-old. Love my little friends, spy them all the time, and love technology. Also, Fasold commented online about wanting to molest young girls, including his own relatives. In 2023, Kyle Fasold was sentenced to 25 years in prison, followed by 15 years of supervised release. U.S. District Judge Michael P. Shea stated in a press release, "This defendant's reprehensible conduct involved a tremendous violation of trust and the ultimate invasion of privacy. The many victims in this case, several of whom provided impact statements to the court and bravely spoke at today's sentencing, will have to manage their trauma for the remainder of their lives. May this sentence serve as fair warning to anyone involved in this type of reprehensible behavior, and anyone who believes that they can engage in illicit dark web activity anonymously. Our law enforcement partners will find you and bring you to justice." Remnants of Kyle Fasold's old life are available for all to see with a simple Google search. There are smiling family photos, random shout-outs and triathlon celebrations on Facebook, and a stellar career in sales laid out on LinkedIn. It's stunning to think that, just a few years back on July 13, 2019, crowds of people descended upon the Fasold home to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the family's charity lemonade stand. There was an airbrush tattoo artist and someone crafting balloon animals. Attendees were invited to get up close to fire trucks, police cruisers, 2 monster trucks. The Fasolds were the toast of the town. "It's really the community that does it," Kyle Fasold told a reporter writing about the family's annual fundraising effort. "People want to be part of something special, and they know that this is special," he added. Following his arrest, Kyle Fasold's wife left him, and not long afterwards, sold that 2,000-square-foot four-bedroom home with a perfect lawn. Few people in the town of Plainville, Connecticut, will be saddened to learn that Kyle Fasold has struggled mightily behind bars. Incarcerated since his arrest in 2020, Fasold has set out to end his own life at least 3 times. One attempt left him paralyzed and wheelchair-bound, the result of jumping over a railing and crashing to the prison floor 20 feet below. As a child pornographer, Fasold is at the bottom of the pecking order among the incarcerated. Even before Fasold was sentenced, he had twice been attacked by other inmates. Odds are more violence will come his way. A truly terrible story. Victims and their parents described Kyle Fasold as a convincing chameleon. He was always the first to volunteer, the last one to leave, and now we all know why, one mother said. Another mom described how Fasold lured her daughter to his house for a sleepover. He already had the hidden camera set up, she said. He planned this entire event. He even told our daughter to use that specific bathroom to change in. In court, Kyle Fasold addressed victims and their parents and apologized. On the day of his arrest, Fasold said, "My life crumbled. It was a false life. It was not real." He said he was especially sorry to his own children, who will have to bear the shame of his conduct. I would like to give a shout out to the many journalists whose work I poured over in order to piece together this narrative. Much obliged. Thanks for listening to Wicked Connecticut. Feel free to email me. The address is in the show notes. Until next time, I'm your host, John Haynes.